Rose, and we are doing sessions with Spirit. Of course, with me. I will be doing tarot readings this evening. We'll see if we end up doing mediumship. I never know where the night takes us, so we'll kind of see. Guys, who had a heck of a time this past week? I'm telling you, it was that full moon that we had on the 25th. It was in Leo, and I'm a Leo. That was one of those moons where it was just like hold on to anything that is nailed down. That was just the energy. It was heightened emotions. It was like anything that could go wrong did. It was just one of those, like I said, you had to hold on. So I'm so glad that that energy is just gone and it's dissipating, especially as we welcome a new month. That's really important. New month, new goals. Remember that. Guys, we create 90% of our reality. And I know things happen in life that goes without saying. That's part of the 10% that we go through, because not everything we have control over. And that's something that we need to remember, especially when we're going through things, is that it's okay to not be okay. You see, even as a reader, I go through this. And that's something that I am constantly telling clients is self-care. And what is the one thing that I've been neglecting for myself? Because I wanted to come on air tonight and really own it. And I hope by owning it, it makes you guys say, oh, wow, you know what? I've been neglecting myself too. And it's just the small things. That's what's important. So instead of starting off with a reading this evening, we're still going to do our live pullers, of course, but I figured I'd just spend the first couple minutes talking to you guys. That way you can see I'm human too. More often than not, readers are put on this pedestal. And guys, that's not something that you need to do. You don't need to look at us differently. You don't. We have problems just as you do. We go through things just like you guys do. And that is the same for everyone across the board. That is just life. That's being a human being, that's having the human experience, right? I think when we get so caught up, and especially in the spiritual world of shedding your ego and doing self-care and meditate, it's very easy to get overwhelmed and lost in things. So I wanted to take a moment and remind you guys that it's okay to take a time out for yourself. It's okay. Guys, it is a new weekend. My wife has off on Saturday. So I'm so excited. Tomorrow's actually going to be my Friday. Normally my work week ends on Saturday. So I get to celebrate with everyone else, right? So we are going to have so much fun, especially with the live. Guys, on Friday on my business page, Tarot Readings by Jean Rose, I go live. We have a great time. Oh my gosh, it's a ton of readings. Please join us. The page is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose, of course, right? But let's get to our first caller. Tanya from North Carolina, I believe. Love, how are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Oh, I love your accent. Oh my gosh, I'm from the North. So, I love that accent.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
So what would you like read on tonight?
Just anything in general. If my life's going in the right direction.
In what direction? General. Okay.
If we're going in the right direction, yeah.
Going in the right direction. Okay. Guys, I just went through this deck. These are not true reversals at all. I know some readers read reversals, some don't. I'm one of the readers that do, but I just went through this deck before the show, so I know they're not true reversals. First card is going to be the Eight of Cups. The way the card or the deck shuffled overall, I could definitely tell you that you're moving or are on the right path. It's more of a matter of letting go of things, specifically from the past. Your first card was the Eight of Cups. And remember that eights refer to direction. The cup suit is going to be the emotion suit. So any of that like really hard gunk that we kind of carry around like a sack of potatoes, and you know exactly what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. That guilt, that fear, that doubt, all of it, shame, all of it, you got to let it all go, which I know is way easier said than done. So be sure to do it in steps. Your next card was the Six of Coins. Delegate things. Don't be afraid to say that you have too much on your plate. Don't feel like you got to do it all. You know, that card is a card about help coming in a time of need, but you're not going to receive that help if you don't ask. So you have to be able to
Right.
open up your mouth and really vocal. Are you like not that normally that type of person? Why do I feel like you
Do
got
I?
to do everything? And it's not ego that you do this. It's more you don't want to burden anybody. Like you want to
Mm-mm.
stay, I don't want to say stay in your own lane. You just kind of keep to yourself. You do everything and you do it very quietly too. You don't have to do that anymore. It's okay to even complain. You know, even simple little things like that. Don't feel as though you have to keep your mouth shut to keep people happy. That's something that just needs to be said. Your third card was the Two of Swords. That is a card about overall indecisiveness. The sword suit, and a lot of readers are like, oh, it's ominous, and it's not ominous. It reminds us to be logical, especially in a state of conflict, whether it be outside conflict or internal conflict, either one, but also stay away from drama. The two
Yeah.
refers to having to decide between two things. And I think that is the outside things like the drama, all that, and then your peace. And it's going to be you choosing you and you getting stronger in that decision and making that decision over and over. Don't always consider others when you're making decisions and choices for yourself, because that could be burdensome. And what I mean by that is you're taking on everyone's opinions on top of what you want in the situation, but you're not going after what you truly want because you're trying to appease everyone else. So you're constantly dipping your toes in the ocean and then jerking your foot back when everyone, like the universe, is trying to push you in the direction of, no, it's time to take that leap into the ocean, you know? And that could be scary in itself. The card that fell after was the Knight of Cups. That's a card, and I don't want to say it's about chaos, but keep in mind, knights are all about movement. You know, sometimes when those things are stirred up, that's actually a good thing because then we can purge those heavier emotions that we're holding on to. More often than not, we don't even
Right.
realize something is a trigger or something is bothering us at our core. And then it has this ripple effect of when you throw a stone in a pond, it just kind of shimmies out. So before it starts affecting other areas of your life, I would start taking that bold step forward and knowing what path you want to be on. Ultimately, it's going to be the one where you choose yourself. You know, broad picture, yes, you are definitely moving in the right direction. I think you're getting stronger day by day. I think you're stepping in your power more by more and more, especially with your final card being justice. That's going to talk about the scales evening out. So that's like the perfect outcome. So wherever there is that imbalance, you're finally going to feel that relief and like those things are finally falling into place. So that's amazing. And it's just a matter of getting through the thick of things where you got to let go of those experiences, especially the ones that taint your present and your future.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit everything just right on.
Oh, thank you, love. I just pulled an extra card for you and it was temperance. Definitely exercise some patience. But again, that's kind of like the Hierophant card, except instead of faith, where it is with the Hierophant, you know, temperance is all about patience, but it carries a promise. And that's if you exercise patience, whether it's with yourself, another person, or a situation, then harmony is going to be restored into the situation. I think, especially while you're going through that Eight of Cups, that purging of letting those things go, because ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
what good is it serving you by holding on to? You're just torturing yourself. And
Oh
I
yeah.
don't saying that out of criticism. It's just you're keeping yourself held back and you're shrinking yourself when it comes to your accomplishments because again, you want to let others shine so badly. And that's a solid characteristic to have. I mean, that's solid character because that's being selfless. You're putting others first, but
Mhm.
there can become a time where that is too much. And even the universe
Right.
will step in and sit you down and say, no, now it's going to be time for you. So before that happens, before you're sat down, start purging things and moving forward and just knowing ultimately you're moving in the right direction. It's just a matter of you
Okay.
choosing you and becoming stronger in that way.
Okay.
All right, love. Oh, thank you so much
All
for
right.
letting me read you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
You have
Take
a good
care,
night.
love. You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh my guys, I love Southern accents. I'm from New York. Yes, I live in Ohio now with my wife, but I'm from New York. So I love, oh my gosh, I love that. They just sound so sweet, right? Mm. They always say us New Yorkers are kind of a bit mean. That's our reputation. I promise we're not. We're really not, you know? So should we do another caller? I think we should. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's go with another caller. Okay. Guys, you know what? Let's do Vicky from Athens, Greece. I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Um, let's do Vicky from Athens, Greece. She would like to know, will the financial obstacles I'm facing be lifted this upcoming week? Okay, I would definitely say that's a yes. First card was the Knight of Wands. That's going to talk about movement and progress towards opportunities. Definitely jump on those and embrace those as they come. Next card was the Nine of Wands. Overall, that's going to talk about positioning and planning. The Wand suit, you got 3 out of 5 cards from that suit. It's going to talk about like fortitude, strength, pushing forward, all of those. It's also going to talk about creativity. I think those obstacles, how you're going to overcome them is you're going to find, and I don't want to call it a loophole. Is that no, but just ways to tackle them, and it's going to be unexpected. The third card was the Seven of Wands. That's going to be a hard fought victory. And then the fourth card and even the fifth card were both tens falling from the cup suit and then the coin suit, which is also known as the pinnacle suit. Tens are going to refer to a sense of completion. So definitely those blessings coming forth and coming full circle for sure. Up next, guys, I jumped the gun earlier. I'm so sorry. Up next, we have Kelly, and Kelly lives in Florida. Kelly, what is the weather
Hello.
like there? Hello, honey. How are you?
Good. It's actually beautiful. It's been in the 60s and 70s, and actually it was 80 over the weekend.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that sounds so wonderful. I would love that. I
Yeah,
am
it's
in
nice.
Ohio, and it is freezing here. Freezing.
Oh, nice. I have family in Ohio, Akron, Ohio.
Oh, really? I'm outside Columbus.
Okay. Yeah, my dad's from Akron, and my whole dad's side of the family is
Oh.
in Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah, it's so like nice out here. I can't. It's so different from New York. I can't believe it.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's
I bet.
nice.
Yeah, I was just wanting to know. I have a cousin that recently passed, and I've been getting a lot of signs from the universe, and I just wanted to know like what they kind of mean.
Okay. And who did you say passed?
My cousin.
Your cousin?
Yes.
Okay. Was their death like sudden or
Yes,
unexpected?
it was. Yes.
Okay. And then what is something of theirs that you have, love?
I have like pictures of us. I was actually just looking at pictures of us last night when we were little.
Okay. And then do you talk to them like constantly? Because they
I
keep saying, I
started
hear
to
you, I
talk
hear
to her.
you.
Yeah, I've started talking to her. I was actually talking to her like all last night and today, and yeah.
Yeah. Why do I feel like her death was like instantaneous?
Well, she found out she had cancer and she died 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later.
Oh my God. Oh, love, my
Yeah.
condolences. Oh, honey. She says, though, with it going that way, there was no time for her to truly suffer.
Mhm.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? And I know that does not make it any easier.
Mhm.
Kelly, my mom passed from cancer, so I understand. I get it. But she is very, very grateful for the fact that it was not a case to where it was like drawn out
Mhm.
and just chemo after chemo, but just she was very, very grateful. Like if it was gonna happen, it was, and she keeps snapping, which for me, with my language
Mhm.
of spirit refers to something that is instant. She
Mhm.
was glad it happened that way.
Yeah, that makes sense because her mother died of breast cancer, and she had it for a long time, for years, and she went through all these procedures and surgeries, and
Yeah.
so that makes sense that she didn't want to go like her mom.
No, and they're together.
Yeah, I assumed that. I know she said like right before she died, she's like, I'm just so happy I get to see my mom again.
Her mom was who crossed her over, love.
Okay.
Like her mom, yes. She wasn't, and I say I understand there is tremendous weight in my words. So please know that I would never say anything just because it sounds good. I think that is so disrespectful to spirit, but also people, because readings are such a beautiful thing and they can bring such healing. I
Mhm.
wish it was something as simple as like waving a wand and bringing her back.
Mhm.
But at least
Yeah.
this way you can have a little bit of closure that can even
Mhm.
if it's a slice of peace, because grief hits you kind of like waves in the ocean. And then
Mhm.
what do they always say? Don't turn your back on it, right? Stand sideways.
Mhm. Yeah.
Stand sideways, that way you don't get knocked on your bum. That is the best way to
Mhm.
handle it. Let yourself feel it and just go through it. Ride the waves. That's the
Mhm.
number one. You know, she's at peace now, and I don't say that lightly. She shows me white roses. That's my symbol for a soul being at rest. You know, like I said,
Okay,
if it
good.
was going to happen anyway, with it being so fast. Because then also look at it from the perspective of she didn't have a lot of time to think about things.
Right.
Do you see what
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that in itself was also a saving grace. Well, it wasn't for you guys because you have that shock for her,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, and
she's
it's
a
just been really
spitfire.
hard on me because
Oh,
I
love.
didn't get to say goodbye to her.
Yeah. I really feel it was one of those situations that if you were there or if you were present, she wouldn't have been able to let go. And
Okay.
that's why you weren't in the picture.
Mhm.
That's why. So take that guilt that you are like holding on to, because love, that is so heavy. You don't deserve to feel that. You don't deserve to carry that around with you. You don't.
Mhm.
And she wouldn't want you to do that either. Were you guys like thick as
Yeah.
thieves? Oh,
Yeah. We were only 2 months apart, and we grew up together.
yeah, like twins. Would you guys even
Pretty
like
much,
dress
yeah.
alike or do like, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
love. Oh my gosh, she's still there with you. She's just now there in a different way, which I know doesn't make things any easier. But now look at it as she's not going to miss any milestone in your life, because I know that's something that you have kind of struggled with too. It's like, not that you've gotten angry with her, but you're sad that she's not going to be there for like upcoming
Yeah.
milestones and like things down the road, and like you're going to miss this, and like, you know, why did you have to leave? Because now you have to that. So if it escalates to that and you feel it, go through it, purge it. That is the best advice I can give you, truly, professionally and personally. Allow, even if it's
Uh-huh.
anger, allow yourself to
Yeah.
feel it. You know, be mad
Okay.
at her, be mad at the
Mhm.
cancer, all of that.
Yeah. All right.
I also, Kelly, would recommend, and especially since you guys were like twins, get
Mhm.
like a journal and write to
Mhm.
her,
Okay.
because that can be very healing for you.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
it would also be like a beautiful keepsake, because it's
Yeah.
basically like the journey of your grief, but you're talking to
Mhm.
her. So you're still,
Yeah.
you know, venting about your day, and tell her all the things, you know, what happened in your day, what you had for lunch, everything, you know, just
Mhm.
as if you were speaking with her. And that can
Okay.
also be a useful tool. I know it sounds kind of like loopy, but I'm telling you, it does work. It does. So maybe
Yeah.
give it a shot
Well, I mean,
or think about it.
I know she's still here because, like, I definitely got a sign from her last night. That was just amazing. So I
Yeah.
know she's still here, and I don't know. I just keep on getting all these signs and stuff, and I just can't interpret them. You know, like seeing my number all the time, and like dragonflies and butterflies, and like just just stuff that I know the universe is reaching out to me, but I just can't. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying.
The butterflies and dragonflies are definitely from her, because more
Uh-huh.
often than not, spirit will use, and it's usually like, I don't want to say a same group of symbols, but it'll be like a red cardinal, it'll be a butterfly, dragonflies, but dragonflies do have an extra meaning. They also refer to transformation.
Okay.
She wants you, and especially since you guys were only 2 months apart, you need to do all the things in life that she isn't able to. So she's counting on you to get it done and to do it. You can't give in and stop living. You can't. No,
Yeah.
no matter how
Okay.
tempting it is, or stay. And I see you more as like frozen in time. It's kind of
Mhm.
like that initial shock of finding out about the cancer, and then it was like the blink of an eye, she was gone. And that could
Yeah.
be a lot. That's traumatic for a person to go through.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
that sudden loss. That's very traumatic. So give yourself
Mhm.
grace with that too. Don't be so hard on yourself, Kelly. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, love.
I am.
Oh, no problem. I'm so glad she stepped forward and I was able to read for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. You have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Guys, I think tonight we're just going to finish up. I have an oracle deck out. Usually I am a tarot chick. Yes. But this deck, I don't know. It is the universe has your back. Like I said, I started this show talking about self-care and how important that is. And when we don't do it, there are repercussions, there are consequences. So it's really important to remember how crucial it is to not put your needs on the back burner. I'm pulling a card for everyone, and it is energy flows where my intention goes. I said it before, and I will say it again. We create 90% of our reality or our circumstances. We create it. Guys, there is such power in our thoughts and our words. It's not even funny. Why do you think prayer is a thing or petitions are a thing? It's power in words. Our words are very important. Either you're going to speak life over a situation or you're going to speak death over it. And that is seen over cultures and religions and just all different walks of life throughout history. That's just the basis of things. Whatever you put into something, you're going to get out. So definitely make sure that you're investing the best in you. I know sometimes it can be really difficult. You know, I know it has been really hard for me to sort of stop and hit that pause button. I've kind of been like the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And like I'm late, but it's like to just take that pause and be like, I'm gonna breathe and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna recognize. That's why I'm so excited for this weekend. Like I said, my wife has off Saturday. So tomorrow I'm gonna be able to celebrate with most of you guys our little TGI Friday. I'm so excited. I'm guys, I can't even recall when the last Saturday I have had off was. Can't, right? That is usually the end of my work week. So yeah, I'm excited. Allie and I have some plans. We're going to be doing a few things and, of course, running some errands. So it'll be a fun weekend. But I wish you guys all a beautiful weekend, too. I really do. Let's pull a card for the weekend, shall we? Right? Yeah. So this is just a reminder that first card, energy flows where my intention goes. The card for the weekend, and this is going to be for everybody, okay? My vibes speak louder than my words. Guys, remember your energy introduces you before you even open up your mouth. It's very important that we don't carry around those burdens, those fears, those doubts, that anger. Like, really let that angst go, whether you want to call it transmuting it, purging, whatever, however you want to say it. Make sure you really rely on yourself and take care of you. That should be your number one priority. Okay, it really should. I'm going to leave you all with some homework this weekend, and that is going to be doing something special for yourself. You can take a hot bath. You can have a cup of coffee while it's still hot, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's something small or trivial. Just do something for yourself. And I'm going to leave you guys with that because that's going to be important. And then next week, I want to hear what everyone did, right? And we're going to make it become a weekly thing. Guys, if you like my style of reading, I am available for personal appointments. Check me out at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I'm available on Facebook. You can check me out there. It's my business page, of course. I like Facebook the best because people have 24/7 access to me. So, guys, check me out. Give me a follow. I will catch you next week at 8:30. I'm so excited. You guys all have a beautiful weekend. Be blessed. I love you all. And thanks for joining me tonight. Bye.